Hello, it's Miss Emma. Monster mapping with the schwa.
So type any word into phonemic.chart.com or use another like Macmillan so you can actually hear the sounds. Here's the. The. Now the silly schwa is really a grunt, like a It's a sound that's very difficult to say outside of a word, but we use it a lot. The. So, so you can see here that we've code mapped it to show how the letters map with the speech sounds. The. Every word in their decodable sentences are code mapped. It helps with automaticity and, of course, fluency. At the very beginning, though, the children hear the, and it's more of an sound than a sound. We actually start off with the blue cow. This is monster You can see the phonetic symbol. That's internationally recognised as the symbol for the sound These phonetic symbols relate to the smallest parts of speech, the phonemes, and they're used internationally, especially when learning English. Well, how do I say that word? Students may see a word, but they want to know how to say it. So this is where the symbols come in. The symbol represents the speech sound. The 26 letters of the alphabet are used in different combinations to represent those speech sounds. But whereas that symbol and the monster represents one speech sound, remember that can be represented in lots of different ways. The speech sound is represented in different ways in the words ant, plat, meringue. The same speech sound, but represented in different ways using the 26 letters. So although we learn high frequency sound pics, the pictures of the speech sounds, using the 4 code levels, this is only a fraction of how our speech is represented on paper using those 26 letters. There are hundreds of combinations. This is why the 4 code levels is not enough. The children need exposing to the whole code. On the outside of the cloud you can see the sound pics we're teaching explicitly. But inside, they're all the pictures for that speech sound, and the children refer to them every day, even though we're not explicitly teaching them all. They need to be exposed to them. Even if you're using a different program, get the clouds on your walls. So when are SSP students introduced to the schwa? We call it the Silly Schwa. When we get to the purple code level, when we've got in there, we use a word like kitten to introduce the concept of what a schwa is. Is it kitten? Kitten? No, we don't say kitten. Do we say kit-un? Kitten? Kitten? No, that doesn't really sound right either. So how do we say it? We say kitten. This is the Silly Schwa monster, and the symbol is a backwards E. It's a really common sound, but very, very difficult to say in isolation. But when we do give the individual sounds in words, we don't do it exactly as we say it. But this is a grunt you'll hear a lot. Kitten, 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 That is definitely the grunt. So there's the Silly Schwa. So as early as the purple code level, we're making sure the children are introduced to the Silly Schwa.
So British pronunciation of kitten. Let's go to Macmillan. The reason that the children get used to using this is because they can play it. Kitten. So that shows the phonetic symbols. Don't worry about the bracket, but you will find that interesting when you look at a word with a ul sound, like little or pupil. Anyway, so here we go. Interactive chart. So let's play kitten. Come on, mouse, where are you? There you go.
Can. Sit. Ten.
And remember that may be a T, but it's really just the symbol for T. I wish really on the IPA that the symbols weren't, didn't look like the letters. It would be much easier. But that's why the monsters make it easier for the children. So let's play that. Oh, sorry. Let's play that.
O. away.
Away. Can you see how hard it is for children at the beginning to hear the difference between up and away? Yeah? So that's why we start off with the blue cow, which is just the and then the last one, which is the
9.
9. Okay, so kitten. Kitten. It's that silly schwa.
From the yellow code level, as code mapping is at such a deep level, the students recognise speech patterns. What do you recognise here? Say it aloud. Just read it aloud without thinking about it. Did you say, the elephant is at the zoo? Did you notice anything different about the two the words? If we use the monsters, it becomes clear. Two the words, two different monsters. The elephant is at the zoo. So then the children start to think, well, why? And they'll start to explore sentences. This is when we'll start to think about, well, what's a consonant and what's a vowel? What's a vowel and a consonant sound? Why? Because now it's relevant to the students. SSP is a systematic skills acquisition process, but children get what they need, when they need it, how they need it. Everything is meaningful. It just makes sense.